Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news at Paul Brown Stadium. That's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem.
But breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Dobbins. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4 down?
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So, CD, you talk about this football team and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Casey Hayward with a sack on a well-timed corner blitz.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
His way forward. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about it.
Now Burrow loses the football.
I'm going to hit you hard.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on the... take matters in their...
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action now. Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 6-0 our score after 1. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Flushed out right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This is caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 2. Tucker now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Let's go. Come on.
Odafe Owe in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but got to put those doubts to rest. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. First down and more for Jackson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to have a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now Burrow on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, he'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Second down and goal. Jackson, touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Ravens extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. That catch good for only a couple. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Bengals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Let's go. On two, ready? Let's see. Single. 11 mighty. 11.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on second and long. Burrow over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's going to let it fly. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
On first down, Dobbins, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Another run here with Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. Ooh, with a juke.
And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 8. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.